Hey guys! Welcome to our first episode here on Chismeando con las Ortegas. I am your hostess, Evelyn Ortega, and this is...
Maria Elena Ortega.
This is our first episode here where we're going to talk about so much chisme, our stories growing up, our current chisme now, just about anything that's going on in general in life. So I hope you guys subscribe to our channel so you guys can be tuned into everything we talk about. And yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready for today's episode?
Yes.
As you guys can see, I've decorated. It's October. October is one of my favorite months just because Halloween is my favorite holiday. Growing up, I would love Halloween so much just because I would always dress up and then I would always go trick-or-treating. Always dress me up as a witch. So this is why for our first episode, we're witches. Did it stay on my head?
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't fall. Okay. Do you remember what costume you... Okay. It's a fail. It's fine. Do you remember what costume you used to wear growing up?
I was a police officer or an angel, but more a police officer than an angel.
Yeah, I think, remember that.
Yeah, 3 years an angel, and then all the rest during elementary was a police officer.
I see. All right, T. So, do you consider October to be one of your favorite holidays?
Now, yes, but back then, not really.
Why?
I don't know. Just because I like Christmas better than
what the
October.
Heck? I mean,
or
when
Halloween.
I was younger, I used to like Christmas a lot more too. But like the older I got, Halloween has become one of my favorite holidays. Just because you get to dress up and it's spooky season. I love anything spooky, even though like it does terrify me, like ghosts and shit like that. I get very scared of them. But I love watching scary movies, anything Michael Myers. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why I like Halloween.
I'm ready for Halloween because it's going to be fun.
What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
Well, I was planning with Emily and Elizabeth, the 3 little chipmunks.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to be...
That's going to be cute.
I'm going to be, what's his name? Alvin.
You're Alvin?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But then it doesn't because Alvin's kind of mean. And I feel like Emily can be...
A little mean.
Hella mean. Just kidding, Emily. Elizabeth is going to be who?
The smartest one out there.
The Theodore? Is Theodore? I thought...
No, it's Alvin, Theodore, and Simon.
Simon. So she's going to be Simon.
She's Simon because she's smart. And then...
you're going to be Alvin.
Alvin.
And then Emily's going to be...
Theodore.
That's cute. I see.
But I don't see Emily as Theodore because Theodore is like sweet and innocent.
She ain't no.
No.
She's not. No. Anyways, so how are you gonna tell my parents that you're dressing up since like they don't believe in Halloween?
I don't know. I feel like now they're like they don't do it, but they see that we grew up doing it and them dressing us up. And then last year was pretty bad. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago?
Last year I just dressed up as the guy from...
Oh, yeah. We dressed up as the guy from iCarly.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. The one that was
in the back
like...
of my head.
That would work at the smoothie place.
Yeah, I know. I'll add a picture. But, yeah, no. But last year I feel like it wasn't bad. I think also because I worked with kids, so I needed to be dressed up. But then I remember I dressed up as the guy from iCarly, and then I went to the bar. I don't know if it was the Halloween night. I think it was. Or like the day before Halloween.
No, a day before Halloween.
Oh, yeah. It was the day before Halloween because I went last year, the day of Halloween. I told my parents I was going to go out to eat, but I actually went out to Winchester to celebrate Halloween because they are just super against it. And I feel like it's kind of weird because we grew up celebrating Halloween. Like I said, I would always be dressed up as a witch. My dad would always take me out trick-or-treating. Like you were like, I think 1 year you were like a sheep or something. Mm-hmm. Like our parents would like take us out and dress us up. I just think that because of like their religion, I mean, the thing is like you would think that my parents changed their religion, but they really didn't. It's like they're literally the same religion. I just feel like ever since they got into this like religious group, I think that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. They started seeing everything a lot more different, which is weird because growing up, I remember like the priest, when we would go to Sunday mass, like the priest would be super he wouldn't be against celebrating Halloween, but he would always tell us, like, don't dress up anything demonic, dress up as angels, and, like, go out and trick-or-treat, which is crazy because, like, the priest would say this to my parents, like, during Mass, and every year I was a witch. Like, funny. It wasn't even an angel. And then I remember 2 years ago when we dressed up, like, I wanted to dress up. I would think I wanted to be, well, I had to be an angel because they're super against it. And during this time, like, I wasn't working with kids. It was, like, my normal 9 to 5. But I wanted to dress up. I don't know what I wanted to be, but I ended up having to be an angel. And then I got Junior. I remember I bought Junior's. One of the guys from The Simpsons. I just don't remember his name. I think it's Bart. Yeah. And, like, his costume would barely fit because, like, I didn't even know the size. But it was hella funny because he had, like, the Bart mask. It was pretty funny. But as soon as, like, Junior, like, I remember, like, my mom being so pissed at me because I bought him the costume. But it's like, dude, he's not going to go to school dressed up as nothing. Like, he has to. We've been so used to celebrating something like this, and I honestly don't see anything bad about it. Like, I feel like we just dress up and go out and get candy. It's not like we're in the middle of the woods
having a little ritual.
I know, like, what the hell? Like, everyone does it. I mean, most of the people that are Catholic, I feel like they do it because, like, I grew up doing it. So, like, out of nowhere, you're just all of a sudden just, like, not gonna let us do it. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of weird. But yeah. So, since we are in the topic of October, I thought it was good if we tell the people some of our paranormal activity, scary stuff that has happened to us in our life. Do you want to go first?
I don't have anything scary. I don't think anything happens to me that's, like, paranormal. But remember that one time with Junior?
Yeah.
It was really bad. And it could have been me, but...
Do you want to tell them what happened?
So, basically, it was a day after Christmas.
I don't think it was after Christmas. Or was it
Christmas. The same day? No. Or was it... It was... I don't know. It was... No, because it wasn't like before.
It was in December.
But it wasn't before because I already had my... Like, I already got my gifts. And I remember because one of my dad's friends came over and they stayed at our room and we had to clean up the toys and put them on the side of the bed. And
they never stayed over.
Yeah, they did. They came.
But they didn't sleep.
They didn't sleep, but they came over.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what I was trying to... Like, that's what I meant. And then they left, and then my mom calls me, and she's like, Marely, puedes checar y cerrar la puerta y pagas todas las luces que están abajo. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, but instead of me going, I sent Junior. Mm-hmm. And, well, at the time, my cousin was sleeping downstairs. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't worried. So he goes downstairs, and the second he goes downstairs, he starts screaming. Like, just on screaming. And he runs upstairs, and my dad comes out, and then my mom. And then I come out, and then he's like, I saw something. And then my mom and my dad try to calm him down because he was, like, shaking really bad. And you saw he was, like, he was shaking. And he's like, I saw something tall. I couldn't see their face. They were all black above my cousin. Mm-hmm. And then my cousin wakes up, but he didn't know what he was talking about because he was downstairs and he said he didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because I do remember he said that he thought it was him at first, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't him. And then I feel like it was even more scarier for me because 2 or 4 weeks before, like, it was either like a month or like a couple weeks before that situation happened. I remember that we're in my room right now, and right across from me, like, I remember that I had a mirror, and the door to exit my room is right behind me. I had the mirror in the corner, and I was getting ready right in front of the mirror, and the door was open because I was talking to my mom, and I remember seeing this little boy, and, like, at first I didn't get scared because, like, I don't know why I thought it was my brother, like, Junior. So, like, at first, I'm sorry if you guys hear stuff in the background. Like, there's a game in the park, and it's kind of loud. I see this little boy walking from my mom's room, which is on the other side of this wall, towards my sister's room right across. But at the moment, like, I didn't think much of it. And then, like, a couple minutes, like, not even minutes, a couple seconds later, like, I just froze, and I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, my siblings are in school. Like, I pretty sure, like, this is not Junior. So then I got up and I screamed, and then I was telling my mom what I saw. And then after, like, the whole situation happened where Junior sees the shadow. And, like, the crazy thing about this is, like, what I've noticed, and, like, I don't really like to talk about just because it gives me the chills, and just because it just, it has to do with, like, people that I love. But when Junior saw that shadow, I think it's a couple days later, someone that was close to her heart ended up in the hospital. And then a week later, she passed away. Yeah. Right? Fast forward, I think a year later.
Yeah.
My mom was in my room, and she saw a shadow walk underneath. Like, she was, like, my bed's right here, and then the light was on in the hallway, so you can see the light underneath. And my mom saw a shadow, like, walk from her room to your room again. Right? 2 days later, my grandpa died.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know, like, to me, I'm just like, hold up, something's not right. Every single time we see, like, a shadow or something, like, we see someone passed away. And then I also remember when I was younger, we were living, I think, in these apartments in Idaho Street. We were in the bedroom, and we heard something fall in the kitchen. And then a couple of days later, when something fell in the kitchen, one of my cousins passed away. So I feel like every single time something like that happens, like, someone ends up passing away. Yeah, and it's kind of scary. Like, I try to, like, not think of it and just try to think of, like, something or someone me está tratando de asustar. Like, I really don't want to go deep into, like, those thoughts, but I have noticed that, like, when the lady we took care of, like, all of that happened, and then she passed, and then when, like, the things my mom was constantly seeing, and then my grandpa passing, like, I don't know, it was just hella weird and hella off, and it's hella scary. Because then I also hear, like, I remember, like, my dad's friend was telling my dad that he was sleeping in his living room, and he had his door open. It's your padrino, I think. And he sees a black shadow go in, but the black shadow's talking to him, and it's, like, a guy that he knows. And he's like, oh, like, I'm just here to say, like, bye. And then he was like, he wakes up. Like, this was, like, he says that it was in his dream, but then he wakes up and he sees that shadow leave. Like, he's sleeping, and then in his head, he sees this person, like, walk into his living room and just say bye to him. And then he wakes up, and in the same dream, as soon as this guy turns around and, like, leave, he wakes up and he sees him, like, he sees the shadow, like, walk out. And then, like, a day later, the guy, like, my friend told her dad, like, oh, he so-and-so's dad just passed away.
I think also my padrino was talking to my dad about how, like, something carried him out his house where he used to live. I think it was him. That it was apparently the demon, like, the devil picked him up and took him to, like, this graveyard.
Oh my god.
And I think it was a graveyard, I'm not sure. And then they were walking out, and when he wakes up at the graveyard or something like that, I don't know what, and he saw 2 footprints there.
What the heck?
Outside the grave, going into the graveyard.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, like, a part of me, like, when I was, I think, your age, like, I didn't believe in, like, bad stuff. Like, because, like, everyone else would get, like, asustado, los asustaban, or, like, everybody else would see, like, paranormal shit, but, like, I've never did. Besides, like, I mean, I was a lot older. I think I was, like, 19, 20 when, like, I saw this little boy, but when I saw the little boy, like, I didn't get scared. I don't know why, I just didn't get scared. But, like, seeing shadows, or, like, for example, like, when I grew up, also in this 1-bedroom apartment that we used to live in, my mom, in the middle of the night, would constantly see a black shadow that would be in the corner of our front door to enter the apartment. And it would, like, walk over to our window, because there was a front door and there was a window right next to it. And it would just, like, jump. But when it would jump, she would see a black cat. Like, my mom saw that, my uncle saw that, my dad saw that, but, like, I've never experienced anything until, like, what I experienced here. Like, I've also experienced, like, when we were living in the 2-bedroom apartment where we would share a room together, how like I put my phone, like let's say this is like my bed here, and I had like a shelf. I was charging my phone, and like I put my phone down like this as it's charging, and then I turned around. I was trying to fall asleep, and then I get a message, and I turn around, and like the phone is on my bed. And then like in the second, I was just like, hold, what the fuck? I remember I put it there. So then I was like, okay, I'm like, maybe I'm just tripping. And then I put my phone back, turned around, I answered the message, turned around, trying to go back to sleep, and the person who answers, and then I turn around, and my phone is back on my bed, and I'm like, fuck no. Like I remember I left that shit there. Like that's the second time it happens. And, like, that kind of also threw me off. And then I remember one time, like, I was charging my phone, and for some reason, it ended up underneath the shelf. Wow. For some reason, it ended up underneath the shelf. So it's, like, I would experience stuff, but it wasn't as bad as, like, what Junior saw. It wasn't as bad as what my mom was seeing underneath my bed. Like, I feel like if I was just chilling in my room, and that's another thing. I get scared when the light on this hallway is on when everyone's asleep, because, like, I feel like I see shit. Like, I'm not that I feel like, I was like, I'm not trying to see anything. So I always make sure to turn off. But if I were to experience any of those things, like, I don't know. I'd probably lose
Have
my
you ever,
mind.
like, experienced, like, when you're asleep and then you wake up and you're just frozen?
Oh, my God, yes. But that's kind of iffy with me. Because I feel like that only happens to me when I oversleep. When I sleep way too much. It doesn't happen to me if I'm, like, just on a regular day. I don't know how to explain it.
Because that happened to me twice, and it was really bad. The worst experience. I don't even want to. It was in your room, and then one was downstairs.
Oh, my God.
In your room, it was when you were asleep, and then I wake up, and I just see a shadow right next to me looking over. Like, not looking directly, but it was like, I'm right there, and then the shadow's, like, right here looking at me. But, like, I thought I was, like, dreaming, so like I was trying to scream, but I couldn't scream because nothing was coming out, and then I just fell right back asleep, and I was like, oh my God, I can't. And then the one downstairs is when Junior was downstairs and I was downstairs, and we were just watching a movie, and I didn't want to go to sleep. Like I was tired, but I didn't want to go to sleep because I was actually scared. And then I go to sleep, and then I wake up, but like it's weird because I woke up standing like I had a, like, it was like a kind of like a dream in a way, because I wake up and then I just see the front, like where the door is for the going outside. Like I was standing there, and then I just see a shadow run, and then I wake up and I'm on the couch, and then I couldn't move, and then I saw a shadow. It was in the kitchen. It ran all the way upstairs. And then it disappeared, and then I was screaming to my mom, like I was screaming like mom, mom, mom.
But you couldn't hear yourself?
But I couldn't hear myself. I could only hear myself like in my head. And then I was screaming, and I saw Junior move, and then I was trying to get Junior's attention, but I wasn't moving. Like my body was physically not moving.
So you saw Junior moving? Like, so your eyes were open?
Yeah. They were open, but
and Junior didn't even bother to look at you?
No, he was moving, he was turning, and I was looking straight at him, but he was he didn't hear me, or like it was, I don't know, it was very weird. And then I was screaming my mom, and then when I screamed my mom, I felt Junior I saw Junior grab me and shake me. But when he shook me, I woke up and Junior was asleep.
The hell?
And it wasn't, I don't know if it was my like head like messing around with me, but I felt that shake, like when someone grabs you and they shake you really bad. And then when I wake up, Junior was fast asleep, and then I couldn't go back to sleep.
That's fucking crazy. I don't know, I haven't experienced that. It's just I've only experienced like when I sleep a lot, or like I know that my body has had a lot of rest. My whole body, I mean not my body, my brain, I feel like my brain turns on, and I can hear everything around me, and I can see everything, but I just can't move.
No, mine are bad experience. And then like falling, like
falling
in the sky.
Yes,
oh my God,
that's so scary.
I haven't gotten it like lately, but like I used to get it all the time.
I hate that shit.
Wait, but how would you fall? Because I know I heard some people like different like ways of them falling.
Yeah, I know. I don't fall from anywhere far. I fall from my bike. Oh, me too. But it's like, I don't know why. It feels like, You know, like when you're riding a bike, if you fall, the fall doesn't feel that far. But every time that I fall, feels like I'm falling from the sky. Like the fall doesn't end until I wake up, and I'm just hella scared. I don't know why that happens, but I saw on TikTok. But I don't know if this is right or not, because, you know, TikTok just says stuff sometimes, but sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not. But I saw on TikTok that when you have a dream and you're falling, it's your angel dropping you from you, like, dying.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary. You know the amount of times the freaking angels dropped me?
Thank God. No, they have dropped me. I counted. They have dropped me 12 times. 12 times. How is that possible? I don't even know. 12 times.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I do fall from a bike. I'm riding a bike
and you fall from it?
And I just fall. But I don't know why, because I'm good at riding bikes.
Yeah, no, it's either I fall from a bike or I just trip and fall. And I'm just like forever falling and falling.
Trip and fall, I haven't, no. I think mine is only bike.
Yeah, no, mine's like trip and fall or a bike. But it's scary because, like, I came across that TikTok just as, like, a day prior having this dream of me falling. And it's saying, like, oh, the reason you have these types of dreams and you feel like you're falling for, like, a long-ass time is because your angel is, like, taking you up to heaven. I don't know. Like, I think you're, like, dying and your angel's taking you up to heaven and they drop you.
Yeah. And
you just go back down and you, like, wake up from, like, the speed. I don't know. But I'm just like, damn, dude, like, how many times was it, like, you know, like, in the process of dying in my sleep? Because it happens a couple of times, but, yeah. Anything else you want to add on today's episode?
I don't know.
I feel like today's episode is kind of deep and scary. I'm not even going to lie. But, yeah, that's a wrap. That's our first episode talking about shadows and falling from skies and dying and
paralyzed.
Yeah, no, it's a hella scary, but it is the month of October, so, you know, it is what it is. Before we leave off, don't forget to add us on Instagram, guys, at chismeando con las Ortega. I'm going to leave it down below so you guys can add us there, because there we're going to give you guys updates. We're going to drop every Thursday, since our episodes are coming out every single Thursday at 3 p.m. No, sorry, at 5. Our episodes are coming out Thursday at 5 p.m. Just as an episode drops, we're going to have a Throwback Thursday picture.
Oh my God.
So on our first episode, it's going to be a picture of my sister. So make sure you guys go and watch that. All right. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys on our next episode next Thursday. And happy October, guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.